Pushing out.
You're going to open up with...
Yeah.
This is breaking news.
A jet carrying 60 passengers and 4 crew members collided with an Army helicopter Wednesday while attempting to land at Ronald Reagan National Airport near Washington, triggering an extensive search and rescue operation in the nearby Potomac River. Authorities have not yet reported any casualties or determined the cause of the collision. Meanwhile, all flights in and out of the airport were suspended as law enforcement helicopters scanned the scene for survivors. Emergency teams deployed inflatable rescue boats into the Potomac River from a launch point along the George Washington Parkway just north of the airport, while first responders set up light towers along the shoreline to illuminate the crash site.
I'm Lawrence Keller. President Donald Trump stated that he had been fully briefed on this tragic accident and expressed condolences for the passengers, saying, "May God bless their souls." According to the Federal Aviation Administration, the mid-air collision happened at approximately 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when a regional jet arriving from Wichita, Kansas, struck a military helicopter conducting a training flight while approaching the airport. The crash took place in one of the most closely monitored and restricted airspaces in the world, just over 3 miles south of the White House in the Capitol.
This is breaking news. I'm Alan Edwards.
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town,
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
a few jokes and live calling,
Highlighting local businesses.
discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Here is a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie. 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 Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now where's my bell?
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
Tragedy yesterday. Let's start there in Washington, D.C. We're going to run some clips that we have to try to give you some answers as to what went on.
We'll run them later.
We're running a little while, but it gives you answers to some of the tragedy that is occurring, and there's things that are occurring in our country that a lot of people just don't understand, security-wise, and things of that nature. So, but sometimes things happen because of human nature. How you doing? You back?
Dawn's back. We'll have to switch in a second because I have elements to upload.
All good.
So we have a guest in studio today, the world famous JoJo. And it's funny because JoJo tells me, "Oh, I'm back and Flutie and this." That was in early January, and then she goes on a cruise somewhere. Where did you go?
We were supposed to go to Key West and go to Bimini, but we ended up going to Nassau because the water was so rough we couldn't dock.
So you were going to Bimini.
Rerouted us.
So instead of Bimini, you ended up going to Nassau.
No, instead of going to Key West, that was the first stop.
Oh, so you went to Nassau?
We went to Nassau
And then Bimini?
and then Bimini.
Where is Bimini?
I have no idea.
It's like an
Caribbean.
island in
Bahamas.
that area.
It's in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's famous for
Bahamas.
like the Bimini Road, which
Yeah.
is this.
I think you could throw a rock to all three, and we kind of just
Probably.
floated around a little bit.
And what you do in Bimini?
Nothing. I stayed on the boat because there's nothing to do in Bimini.
So why would anybody want to go there?
I don't know.
It's
I think
beautiful though.
It is beautiful. I think it's basically for snorkelers and you know
Snorkelers.
people that snorkel and a lot of water.
You a
activities.
snorkeler? You can barely breathe.
I'm gonna smack him.
He's been ducked.
He's been ducked,
Okay, so you went to Bimini and then you come back?
and then we came back, and
So
it
how
was
long were
freezing
you-
here.
Yeah, it's like 12 degrees.
I couldn't believe how cold it was.
Where did you go out of?
Fort Lauderdale,
On what cruise line?
Celebrity Silhouette.
Oh, was it
It's a
nice?
great boat because it's not overly big where you can't find anything.
Was there more than 4 people on this boat?
Yeah,
Did you have a good time?
we did, and
Excellent.
I won in the casino. I won
What'd you win?
$456.
Okay.
Now let me ask you: Is that
Yeah.
is
And
that
I don't think I dabbled a little bit more, but I said I'm not giving it.
No.
back.
Might as
is
well.
that real money or is it cruise money?
No, it's real money.
It's a real casino.
You have to go and if you cash out at a window.
When I went to Greece, my ex-wife won like 10,000 Greekan dollars, which translates to like $1,000.
Is that what they're
Greekan.
called?
Euros.
Whatever the hell it
dollars.
was, I don't remember. Dramakis, whatever it was, and
Drachma.
drachma,
What's it called?
Drachma.
and it was like $1,000.
Hey, it's Lucas.
But it was only cruise money.
So you had to buy something on the cruise.
You can only use it on the cruise. And we had one night.
Oh, that's
So
not fun.
so I'm sitting there saying, wait a minute, I got $1,000 bucks. I
and you gotta
can't
spend it right now.
I gotta spend it. So I bought drinks for everybody in the boat.
Well, there's jewelry stores on there.
No, the jewelry started at $10,000. It was a ridiculous boat. So they knew what we were gonna do with it. So we bought drinks. We made a lot of friends.
So they give it to you and they take it back.
Yeah. So they said, would you like us to put it on your tab? So I said, was it gonna pay my tab? No, you already paid for it.
Did you have the drink package?
I don't know. It
Yeah,
just-
You gotta get the drink
I
package.
think you do, but they always make
this
out
is
on me
over
like that,
40
'cause
years ago.
I
I
don't
don't
really drink a
remember
lot.
what that. I drank a lot. I can tell you that.
You did?
I just went on my first cruise recently for my birthday.
They're fun, aren't they?
I love them. I can't wait to go on another one.
They're
Best
fun.
thing.
Don't you get sick when you come back from a cruise like 9 out of 10 times?
No.
My brother and I went. My brother works for the Disney Cruise Line.
We saw the Disney boat there. Where was that?
Yeah, Bimini.
That was in Bimini.
Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah.
Massive boat.
But he works for the cruise line. A couple Januaries ago, we went on a cruise. So.
Do you know what I noticed about that boat? They don't have any outside cabins. Remember, it was all windows? Like here, I would get claustrophobic. We were able to open up the doors and sit outside on
There were no
balcony.
balconies?
No, they
No
all
bal-
have
Weird.
every room actually has a balcony.
But I couldn't see it.
That's because
What do you mean you
it's
can't
all
see
private.
it? What do you mean you can't see it? If you're
Like
out
when
on
you
the
walk
balcony,
by the Celebrity Silhouette, you could see
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
doors that
each-
open.
Because
on
they're
the
the
boat. You could see it.
outside of the boat, so
They're
you could see the
outside.
balconies.
Yeah, they're enclosed balconies that are open, but each side is blocked off, so you only.
so when you go on your
Wow.
balcony, what are you looking at?
The water.
Oh, the water.
So how
We got
can you
2
not see
chairs.
it?
On my boat, you could see it, but
Yeah.
when I got off and was looking at that boat, I didn't see any.
They're
openings.
higher up.
Oh,
You-
maybe
you
maybe I
probably-
didn't look high enough.
Yeah, your vision isn't. What about
Tell me about it.
There's the inside balconies too, where you get to see inside the middle of the boat, and they have all
Yeah,
sorts
but
of
Yeah.
things.
all the entertainment's in the center.
Yeah.
Do they have
It's
like a
different
tree?
boats. Like Royal Caribbean is
Yeah.
good for that.
I mean, the funnest thing that we did on it, but we didn't do it this cruise, is a silent disco. You know what that is?
Yes.
That
I
was a lot
love
of
that.
fun.
What's a silent disco?
It looks like a bunch of people having an epileptic seizure.
That's the best way to describe
Hear
it.
the music.
You
but
have
there's
3
no-
different channels, right,
Yeah.
on your headset, so everyone's listening to something different, and they're singing and they're dancing.
You have headsets?
Yeah, that's how you
Yeah.
listen to the music through headphones. So it's
You've done
silent
this?
in the room. No.
So if you
no, I
walked
haven't
in
done it.
there without a headset, you wouldn't hear anything. You'd just see people acting like idiots.
And all the headphones have fluorescent lights,
Lights
on
on
them.
it.
But
It's
that is
cool.
so cool.
It's big fun.
It's a lot
The
of
only
fun.
thing is that how many people wear the same headsets?
No, you change the channel. Each headset has 3
That's
Everyone
what I'm
has their
asking
own
you.
head- Oh, you mean like
Like
you?
like Liquish had his headset when he was on that cruise,
Right.
and then when
They
I go on that
clean
cruise,
them.
yeah, right.
They have to clean them.
How
Yeah,
many
they
years?
Well, what are you gonna get?
Sanitize.
Ear aids?
Here it is.
Mites, ear mites.
No, they clean
I
everything.
think JoJo just looks unbelievable. I
Thank
think
you.
you're all like not even addressing how incredible she looks.
Why? She looks
Thank
the same.
No, she looks rested. She looks happy. Look at her bracelets. Oh my gosh.
Glowing.
And the necklaces. She's got it all going on.
Thank you.
See,
Honestly.
she doesn't get the text when you're up a tree and your hair's on fire.
I don't get any of the texts. All I get to see is
So
this
I want you to
beauty
start
walking
sharing
in
that.
on a Thursday morning.
I want
Thank
you to
you.
start sharing hair on fire with Dawn.
Hair on fire?
Yes, when things are messing up and you got this and you got that, you got to be in 14 different places.
That's going to be like an episode on the show when we do it up north because I have a hairdresser that wants to do before and afters. Hair on fire. I love it. You just gave me a name for
Hair
the
on
show.
fire.
Because I love before and afters. If you could take somebody and just make them that much better. Like women that are going back in the work field that's gone through divorce and things like that. That's what she wants to do. And I love it.
We could do that with next Monday's movie, Freddy's before and after look.
Yes.
Wait, is
Freddie gets a
this the
makeover.
before?
This is the before.
Yeah.
What are you talking
So I have
about?
to bring a wig down
So
for
we're
the
doing-
after?
We're doing a mockumentary
Oh my gosh.
next week. It's like kind of like The Office meets the studio. Then we're doing it as part of the foundation and a fundraiser that we're applying for. So we all have to. Well, we're not ourselves, but everyone has a character. But we asked Freddie yesterday what he was going to wear. So he's going to wear what he normally wears. So we could do a before and after.
A before and after what?
Who's Freddie gonna be? Do we know
He's
yet?
technically Michael Scott, which is
Yes,
perfect.
it's funny.
Come on, it's perfect.
That's Steve
Who
Carell's
am I?
character.
Who am
What the
I?
hell are they talking about
There
before
was,
and
there was
after?
an old
I have
show
no
called
idea.
The
Oh my
Office.
gosh, if I'm
Yes, I
right,
saw The
Oh,
Office.
I remember that. She was
Do you
funny.
remember
But I'm not
Boss?
talking about that. I'm talking about this before and after. Before what and after what?
So what you look like now, and then after what she does.
What she does.
You're getting a makeover.
Oh, I missed that part. When am I getting a
Well, Dawn,
makeover?
what are you going to be, Dawn?
Apparently Angela.
Angela, yeah.
Angela?
Angela.
Who's Angela?
The tiny blonde.
You going to wear a wig?
No, I don't think so. You have a blonde wig?
I probably do.
Oh,
I probably
my
do.
gosh.
You made me
So
wear wigs.
are we actually
Yes.
transforming into the Office characters now?
He looked like Ozzy Osbourne when I put the wig on.
Oh my God! Was
I
that
swear
a
to God, he
sight or
did.
what?
He
True.
looked like Ozzy Osbourne.
I put a wig and a mustache.
Yeah.
Didn't
well,
I
you
put a
the
woman
piece of hair
mustache?
over your nose.
No, you gave me a mustache too.
What would
And I
do
had
with a
long
mustache?
and I had long hair.
Long hair. You look like Ozzy Osbourne.
I look like Ozzy Osbourne. Thank you very
What are
much.
you
Nat.
working on over here?
The elements for today's show.
So
I was
why
like,
don't-
Dawn, you can have your seat back
So
whenever
why
you
don't
like.
you switch so that she could do those?
Cool.
Because I need those elements.
All right, Michael. What do you have going on?
Well, this weekend.
Talk it to your mic.
This weekend, I'm going up to Melbourne for their Brevard Ren Fair.
That's where I live. No,
So
Melbourne
there's-
Beach.
Yeah. So they're actually having this Renaissance Festival up in.
It's in Vieira, I think, isn't it?
No, it's actually they changed it from Wickham Park to another location.
Okay.
This year.
Is that close to you?
Yeah.
I told him to go see you. This is Michael.
Yeah, you come down and have some lunch at one of my restaurants.
Sure. I'm going up there with my friends and stuff, so maybe.
Is
we'll
it where
stop
you're
by.
They
gonna
don't
be?
hang out with an old lady like me. They want to go party.
No, you can't miss him. He dresses up like a giant pirate.
How close is it to where you are?
Wickham Park?
Yeah.
Probably about 20 minutes. You have to
Oh,
go
you
to the
gotta
village.
go. The best French fries. You'll remember how you said it was a mistake. Wait to see what they've done with their French fries. Oh my gosh, like something you've never had before.
Right.
And then you can take
That's
some
Chef
B-roll
Gary.
for us. You can
Exactly.
film some of you eating there and the food and everything and shoot it back to us.
Yeah, so I'm going to be going up there and filming that with my friends, and then Tuesday we'll show the footage.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Michael's like a walking Ren Fair. Michael is a walking like adaptive equipment person. He said-
Adaptive equipment person.
Adaptive equipment. So he has all these ideas on how to adapt equipment for like $10 instead of $400.
That's true.
I think,
That's true.
Well, that's a
right?
good person to have
Yeah.
around.
I think for our purposes, as long as we get it done and we can be creative about it, why do we need to spend here if he can get it for us like here? He goes, oh, all you need is a $10 adapter instead of a $400 new microphone. Well, I'd rather go with his deal.
Well, the object of the game is that getting it done and then using it, getting it done are two different
Right.
levels. So that's what we're working.
They came together. How'd you get G-Man here so early?
Morning.
Because you don't understand what we went through last night.
Oh my gosh.
Guess who was asking for you yesterday? Who I spoke to?
Who?
Marco. How's that TV lady? I go, TV? Dawn?
Is he back in this country?
No, he lives in Italy. I had to call him because I had a virus.
Who's Marco?
On a computer.
The guy that ran
Did
all our
the
wires.
wiring.
Oh, I never
When
met
your
him.
I think your mom passed.
You met him once, I think.
Maybe.
And then he moved into some
Yes, you
brain
did.
scanning, brain tapping thing he was going to do.
I interviewed him at the radio station.
I don't remember. My
Is he getting
Alzheimer's is
crazy?
kicking in.
What's he doing in Italy?
His wife is from Italy, so I think she wanted to relocate back there, so he did.
Wow. So did they get that citizenship that if you buy...
Oh, I don't know.
You know, they had this whole thing post-COVID that you could get these great deals on these
I could
Is it like
homes.
dual citizenship?
I could do it.
I think so, yeah.
I could do it because I have family from Italy.
And then you get this dual citizenship. You get the house for really reasonable. At
You
least
get
they
a
were
house
doing
for
it back in the
$1
day.
if you
They
want.
just wanted revitalization of the country in the small towns.
COVID destroyed
My
Italy.
mom's family is from Italy originally, and so is part of my dad's.
Well,
They're
COVID
actually from,
destroyed.
the town
See,
of
I need to be
Rocchetto.
somewhere where they speak English.
Are
though.
you? But are you Italian?
Irish?
Irish.
Of course,
But-
she's Irish.
Well,
She
Irish.
owns. I've got to find out though. How are all the restaurants doing?
They're doing great. We're in season now, so it's full swing. We're doing a lot of outings at the golf course.
You've got
So
two
it's fun. Two.
Move that
Tavern
mic
and
closer to you.
Cheers.
You have Cheers and you have the Tavern,
Right.
and two different type of elements. One is in the golf club.
One is Cheers is more of a pub, sports. You know, we have the big screen TVs, more of a hangout type of thing. Where the other one, Tavern, is more upscale. It's on a golf course. Chef Gary, whose French fries you love, he oversees both of
The
them.
food is incredible. Oh
I
my
told him I'm going to
gosh.
give him his own show when we do the stuff up
You
there.
should. He should do a cooking
Yeah.
show like in the back where
Like
we
a
had that
chef
open
spot.
bar that you guys weren't really
Are
using.
you still
I-
using pack or no? You should
they-
use it.
They use that to roll their silverware.
I know, so you could use that for a cooking,
Cooking
show, which would be
segment.
so
Yeah.
great.
A segment. We'll put
He
some
goes, but
green
then I got to
screen.
give my recipes to everybody.
No.
I said, no, you don't.
no, you can always just leave out that secret ingredient, and then it's never quite exactly as it is at Cheers.
No, you don't want to.
he is so
don't you
creative.
want to do that?
He is so creative.
Well, you can't give your recipes away.
Well, you can give recipes.
I
and
think
then they're
Martha
recipes.
Stewart has like Martha's recipes, but then she has the Martha recipes.
She wrote a
shares.
cookbook.
Right, right.
In the
maybe there's
cookbook
one
is what
little-
she put on the show.
Yes.
That's
You
what
leave
he
like
has
an
to write.
ingredient out. So
He's
got to
have more than 4 secret recipes. He's got to have 12, and
Yeah.
he does 8, and he keeps 4 for the rest.
He doesn't like to be in the spotlight though.
That's
so.
a different animal. You tell us about what happened with the Flutie situation with the golf thing. The
Oh, there were so many
fundraiser.
people. There was probably 175 people.
In your place?
On the golf course,
Wow.
in, out. I mean, everywhere.
But you
Just
put
people
everybody.
everywhere. Everywhere. I don't know if you noticed that Tavern outside. We have that. I think it was nighttime when you were there. Wasn't
No,
it?
I saw it.
We have all the outside seating.
I saw it.
Which is where I like to do a lot of the shows, especially when it's
But
nice.
it was cold that day.
Cold.
It was in the 30s, and he said people were sick and the weather and oh my gosh,
It was crazy. And then he had to come judge that contest, which he said he'd never do again.
No, I'll do it again, but it wasn't a comfortable deal.
You know, it was because everybody was so talented. How do you
Did you
pick?
guys raise a lot of money though for was it for autism?
It was for autism. Mm-hmm.
Was he happy? Doesn't he,
He was
live
happy.
like 2 doors down from you? You told me.
Yeah, he was on Oceanside.
But the problem I had with the contest was that you guys broke it down to 17 different categories.
Oh, I did it.
That was a lot of
The
categories.
karaoke guy did.
Everything from how many steps does it take you to get to the stage to how many times you
It's
blinked your eyes.
originality,
I mean,
yeah.
That was difficult. I'm like, what? I thought it was on singing.
He was trying to concentrate. Linda was kind of laughing because you were getting a little frustrated.
Him get frustrated?
I was.
No.
Oh yeah.
The reason we share a couch
do
is
you
so I
know?
can hit him throughout the show.
I know. That's why you knew I was coming. You put the duck here.
Well,
The duck
maybe we
is
should
just
get
for me.
Dawn to fly swatters next time. She can,
He goes, "Can we sit separate?" I go, "No, because I can't hit you when I got something to tell
Well, I already
you."
got assaulted by a duck, a flying duck. I'm gonna tell
She
you,
started the
my
duck thing.
attorney is watching. by the
Jojo
way.
knows.
isn't that, on
We've been doing
the,
this a
isn't
long
that on
time.
the opener? The occasional flying duck.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
That
You
was-
should
what
do that
happened.
like as like one of the gimmicks.
No, no.
Do you believe
no,
how many years
no,
ago that was?
No, don't do that. I got body sores from all the years of doing flying.
I remember
What
that
did he
little
say?
teeny room when you started. You guys have grown so much.
You know, we've been doing this for so long that now when someone tells me something, I hear their commercial play in my head, like Max Lazega, born
was
in
here
Marseille,
yesterday.
France. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, I was born in Marseille, France. When I start thinking in commercials, then you know you either need a vacation
You're
or
doing
you've
it too
been-
long.
You've been in this business a long time. When the commercials, like occasional flying ducks, are in your head.
I gotta tell you, guys, the one of the bodies that helped us get to where we are today is this lady sitting right here.
She was our first unofficial intern.
She worked the board.
And he would be going like this. Making all these faces because I was so into what you guys were saying, I'd forget to change
She
the
forgets
cameras.
to change the camera.
He would do it like switch. And
Yeah.
she'd be like, what are you doing? And
I
switch.
said, I'm switching.
Oh,
Switching.
you switch like this. What's that mean?
I'm like, he's
Switch.
giving me the hex over there. What am I doing wrong? But we had fun, didn't we? We had a good time.
That was
That was in 2014.
You were the first.
Right?
You were the
16
16?
maybe.
Maybe.
16. You were the first board operator we had.
Yeah.
And then you also brought in a friend, Marco, who through the wires, you
Did the
guys
wiring
moved this,
together.
you, Faith, Marco, and her, right?
Mhm.
The four of you?
Yeah.
How did you get the four of them together on a single day? I've always been meaning to
Faith
ask you
came
that.
and met me, and Marco.
You were kind of panicked because you had to move everything that day from one studio into
To the
another.
other.
I was kind of panicked. And you had to deal with what you guys did. I do this all the time.
You were in Puerto Rico.
And you were in Puerto Rico and had to do what you had to take care of. And I was like, oh my God. And then not only did we have the cafe, we had all of your other shows at NN at the time. And I was like,
right.
oh my God, I did not know
So I called Marco. I
anything.
said, I have an IT guy. He can help.
And he ran the wires
He did it all.
across the gallery. And oh my gosh. could
You
not
ran
have
it through
done
the
that.
pipes, right? Through the top.
I don't remember how
Through
he
the
did it,
ceiling or
but
something. I
I
don't know
think
what
he
he
was
did.
there the whole day.
And then you brought it down to you. And it worked. That was a shock. I was shocked. I
Yeah.
said, it's working.
So you didn't think we could do it.
But I've learned, I tell the crew every time they come in that I push them because you got to learn this business from the ground up.
Mhm.
And it may not be perfect. We may have sand or dust or whatever there is, or the commercials may overlap, but you got to get through it. You got to get through it for the
There's a
paid
term for that in
clients.
theater. The show must go on.
True.
Right.
And I learned that day the hard way. From the literally we're on the ground up running wires.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot. So I
But we
pushed
got it
them.
done. It was
we
done.
got it done.
I remember we were there 2.5 years. We had iHeart 2.5 years and there 2.5 years. That the way it went.
Or a year and a half. I don't know. But JoJo looks amazing, and you've changed so much, and you've got the restaurants now, and going on vacation, which is incredible.
Yeah, thank
I
God
don't know
I
if I could
needed
get
it.
along with 17 women for even like a day, let alone a cruise.
If you can get along with one man every day, you could certainly get along with 17 men. Now let's go a spade here.
There was no men on that cruise with you?
Oh, there were plenty of men on the cruise.
I mean,
Because
with your
you
group?
shared the one room with a man
yeah.
for a
You
day.
shared one room with 17 women?
No, with I shared it with her because I know her forever.
Yeah.
I know her since I'm 8 years old.
And there was 17 women on the group?
Yeah, we were all different rooms.
Can you imagine how much liquor and drink packages went down?
Oh my God.
Was your group a drinker?
Some of them.
It's JoJo.
Some of them.
So what did the 17 of you do? Like you couldn't have stayed all on the boat.
Casino. We went and see the shows. They have beautiful shows on there on the boat.
You went on. Did you go bowling, ice skating?
No, it's not that kind of boat. It doesn't have all that.
Well,
It's
what
the
kind of
slides
boat
and-
is it?
It's just like being on an overgrown boat.
When
they don't-
JoJo worked
it's-
with us, talk about drinking, we would go through a bottle of Prosecco every day.
Every
we
day?
would start at like 11 in the morning until it was finished. By the end of whatever,
I had nothing to do with it.
I had burned a hole in my stomach because from all the bubbles in the Prosecco, I got, oh my God, every day we opened another bottle of Prosecco because they kept it in the kitchen at the studio where we were. There was just more and more. And
Whose
so, like,
Prosecco was that?
Dan's.
You drank Dan's Prosecco?
There was always leftovers.
No wonder
from
why
the
he's mad at
parties.
us. Gotta get these people out of here.
So I was going through a bottle of Prosecco every day. Like, that was just routine.
I don't even remember that.
We did.
Really? Oh, that's true.
But
too.
we did that between the three of
It was
us
just
and
three
whoever
of us. Like,
else came
now
there.
with the amount of crew, you're like, oh, that's no big deal. But just three of us or whatever guests were there, we'd have coffee and Prosecco. Like, that was what we did.
But I lived a lot closer, so I knew I could get home. I wouldn't be driving 2.5 hours after doing that.
She goes
Kinda
one
crazy.
night to get gas and never came back. She disappeared. You remember this? I'm
an hour
going
and
to
a
go
half
get
away.
gas. No, I'm going to go get gas. And you disappeared. You were like
They come in twos. I feel like we're Noah's Ark today.
No.
Yeah, I see. I must have double vision
They
because
come
I
in
just
two.
saw.
You came in two. G-Man came in two with Chris.
I just saw G-Man twice.
And then Danny, I don't know.
How do I see
They're
G-Man
coming
twice? He
twos.
came in and then he came in again. Twice. We have another door somewhere?
I don't know.
I saw that Dawn was here yesterday.
She's here on Wednesday. She does her show called Faith Stories, which is a great show.
I see
She
you
was
once in
here.
a while.
She was here with George and his wife. What's his wife?
They were talking about
Claudia.
something with sales. I was listening to
They
it
do
a little bit on the way
business
down.
consulting
Yes.
based on faith
Oh, that's great.
and Proverbs.
Well,
Interesting.
Yes and no. They do business consulting. Part of their arsenal is using Proverbs. It isn't that he goes in, because I asked him that.
Okay.
He doesn't go in based on faith. He goes in and he looks for answers to businesses using the Bible.
Morning.
Right.
So, you want to sit or you want to stand? You going to grow any taller?
He gets all excited. You're going to be a mermaid today or a pelican? Oh my gosh, I was reading a story that in Japan they're redoing the aquarium
Oh yeah, I saw
for the
that.
giant goldfish. So there's no people. So the goldfish got sick. Giant goldfish got sick, stopped eating, started rubbing itself against the aquarium wall.
koi.
They ran all these tests. They couldn't find anything wrong with the goldfish. And then the people that were cleaning it would come by, and then they realized that the goldfish got happier. So they have fake people now in front of the goldfish.
So it's lonely.
It's lonely.
It was depressed.
Because nobody's watching the goldfish for them to entertain. So they've got pictures of the people taped to and then they've got on hangers uniforms like clothing. So
Wow.
the goldfish thinks it's being visited by people, and it's much happier now.
It's goldfish depression.
Isn't that like?
And
a
they say
metaphor?
animals don't have emotions. They don't have feelings.
I think animals
I've always
are more in tune with the emotions of people than people are with the
In tune with
emotions of
people.
others.
Isn't that like a metaphor?
hit that right
though?
on the head.
Like when you feel like you're in a goldfish bowl. Didn't we talk about
when
that?
everyone's looking at you.
Yes, but apparently they must like it.
Apparently, I like it. I must be a goldfish. If A is B and B is C, does that make A C? No.
Speaking of
Wait, I should tell my
Did
funny.
you guys see
when I
that
return
video
the
of the
ladies'
lady
bills.
who got attacked by the sturgeon?
No.
So there was this lady who's doing like a mermaid in a fish tank, and she runs into the sturgeon, and the sturgeon
I was so confused. I thought
bites her.
like 5 minutes.
All right, you want to take a break?
Oh,
and
I
set up some
seen
of
that
these
this
clips?
morning.
Yeah, so set up. Let's do the news in 60 and the commercial breaks, and then when we come back, we'll set up some of the clips.
All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
This is News in 60 with Alan Edwards.
The White House has confirmed that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been invited to meet with President Donald Trump on February 4th. Joseph Eckerson with the latest.
This meeting follows recent discussions about relocating Palestinians to Egypt and Jordan, a proposal that has sparked significant debate.
Serbian Prime Minister Milos Vučević resigned Tuesday following a wave of nationwide protests over the deaths of 15 people killed in a railroad station roof collapse in November in Novi Sad, the country's second largest city. A tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas has become the largest in the U.S. since the 1950s, according to health officials. The outbreak has raised concerns about public health infrastructure and the need for immediate containment measures. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has revised the death toll from this month's devastating wildfires in Southern California to 29. The Eaton fire has been linked to 17 fatalities, while 12 deaths are attributed to the Palisades fire.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Family business. It's me, my sister, and her soon-to-be husband. We've been here for about 5 years, doing our thing in this beautiful little spot right in the heart of downtown Boca. We really are like that authentic New York, New Jersey, Northeast thing that you want to have when you're in South Florida. Our bagels are made from scratch every single day. They're top-notch, best you can get around here. And then lunch, chicken Caesar wrap, or like we have a beautiful avocado supreme salad. That's really, really great. And of course, all our sweets are incredible too. You know, something savory, salty, and a little something sweet after. And we will do our best to provide the best service, best food, best everything. And if there's anything you need, we'll do it.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the morning show with Dawn and Freddie S., the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
All right, we're back. I wanted to. I was looking for an explanation to the disaster that happened in Washington last night, and I found one. So they have a lot of information that has occurred. That section of the United States is one of the most secure sections in the world. Does anybody remember the last time we had a mid-air collision in the United States?
I think it was 2006.
Try 1978.
Wow.
September of 78 in San Diego. So the system that they do use is very safe.
Works.
But
statistically, it's 1 in a billion that you have like an air incident.
Well, when you see the next clip, it's going to make more sense to you as to what occurred. There's just one question as to why did. Well, you'll see. Let's run it. They did communicate, but let's run it. Explanation. Let's run it so that you can get an idea of what I discovered.
A quick update on the disaster that just happened in Washington, D.C. between the regional jet and the Army National Guard helicopter PAT-25, where the two aircraft collided just short of final for runway 33 at DCA. Here's what we know so far. My name is Juan Brown. You're watching the Blanco Lirio channel. The airspace coming into DCA is extremely busy, including 2 prohibited areas just to the north of the airport and the Joint Base Bowling located right up here. The RJ, or regional jet, a CRJ 700 coming in from Wichita to DCA, operated by PSA Airlines for American Eagle, was cleared for the approach to runway 1. Not sure if it was the instrument approach or the river visual approach to runway 1, circled to land to runway 33. So what that means is the RJ flies the approach to this runway 1, the long runway, and then sidesteps around here to a left dogleg entry to runway 33, the relatively short runway, about 5,200 feet long here at Washington, D.C. A very demanding approach. This crew is focused on this approach. This mid-air collision occurred just below 400 feet above the ground. The National Guard helicopter, believed to be either a UH-60 or VH-60, Victor H-60, was presumably operating out of Joint Base Bowling, located right here. Here's where the helicopters operate out of. They have this procedure where they can dart across the Potomac River right across the final approach for these airlines. This is an approved procedure. Looking at the video widely published on social media, here comes the regional jet. We are looking to the south. The regional jet is heading towards us, doing the approach to runway 1 and stepping to runway 33. Here is the helicopter, the UH or VH-60 helicopter, approaching from our left. And he's approaching to the right side of the aircraft, coming from Joint Base Bolling. And the two collide right there. Now let's review the ATC data. First, let's check this out from ADS-B Exchange, where the two aircraft came together. So here you can see the regional jet doing the sidestep maneuver to runway 33, so kind of a left dogleg base entry. This is all done visually to runway 33, and the helicopter coming out of Bolling and crossing right into its path. We'll listen to this audio just to get an idea of just how busy this airspace is leading up to the collision.
Clear for B to take off. 70 request. L3 to zone 6. Most of you say Rockford to zone 6. 7 approved. National Tower, good evening. Airfield 1 Juliet, single minute.
All of these communications are in real time.
Medevac Air Carrier 1 to Washington Tower, National Commodore 2 Nodder 0. Approved to Washington class, Robert Space, Portland, Sheridan, Fairfax. 0 for Air 1, copy. S25, CRJ in flight. S25, pass on to CRJ. This club has a aircraft in flight for separation. Separate. 472 Washington Tower, 1 star, 32017.
Okay, that was it. That was the collision. Did you hear the communications? Pat 25 is the call sign of the military transport helicopter. That's Priority Air Transport. We believe this is one of the gold top helicopters out of Washington, D.C. And the tower at DCA says, Pat 25, do you have the CRJ in sight? Now, I believe the helicopters are operating on a separate frequency from the CRJ, so I don't believe the CRJ hears the helicopters, but all this is being controlled by the tower there at DCA. So the tower says, Pat 25, do you have the CRJ in sight? Pat 25 responds, have the CRJ in sight, request visual separation, standard procedure. And then the tower clears Pat 25 to pass behind the CRJ. For whatever reason, the helicopter did not see and avoid the CRJ and ran right into him.
So what happened was that the helicopter and the plane are not communicating.
Well, they're on two different frequencies.
Yes, but they're communicating with the tower, which to me just is ludicrous. But I understand because the military has to have their
own thing.
He was supposed to helicopter behind the jet. And they said that this was an exercise training at night. So maybe they were training this pilot. Why they were flying at the same heights makes absolutely no sense. But they don't want to give out false information. I'm just telling you what I found.
They said one is on a VHF frequency and one is on a UHF. Understandably why, right? We don't want military information to be
exchanged.
But maybe there should be some sort of link that they're able, maybe going forward now, there's going to be some sort of communication, ZHF.
Especially when they get so many feet of landing.
Something, right, especially when you're that close
right.
in situations like that with DC and Virginia and DCA, that there's going to be some sort of communication that they can communicate with each other.
Right.
It's an unfortunate incident. Our hearts go out to the families of the lost people. Can you imagine there had been a jet line that carried 268, 300 people?
I heard there were professional ice skaters on there too.
Yes, from Russia and the U.S. that were coming out of professional some kind of.
But when I see that, it looks like you just flew right into him.
Well,
like,
there
did
you
you
see
not see it?
Yeah, it looks like he was descending and the helicopter was just flying around.
Right
now a helicopter could stop and slow down and everything else. There's a lot of questions that are going on. But I wanted just to let the public know that they are being very transparent on this deal. They are letting people know exactly what you know. There's a problem with the ice in that river. It freezes up. So 2 weeks ago, it was rock solid, and the truck fell into the river, and they couldn't get to save the drivers because it was so rock solid. The icebreaker was not in play. It was being repaired. Can you imagine that? So they drowned in the ice.
That's incredible.
And that thing has like chunks of ice. It's very cold water. Nobody's gonna survive.
It's defrosted. It's thawed out.
Most of it was doable that they have boats there. They've been working on this thing. When you let me know at 9 o'clock, I switched on, and CNN says the whole world is racing to there. They're trying to save some lives and all that. But that collision, there's not going to be.
Doesn't look promising.
Not at all. Not at all. But I wanted to share that because it just goes to show you how fast media is now. Mm-hmm. I mean, the cameras that picked up, they have cameras that focus right on a collision. And there's another piece that I found where it shows the collision is about to happen.
Right.
But the two of them are not talking to one another, so they couldn't see it.
That's going to be the next thing they got to figure out.
Yeah.
There's got to be communication.
Yeah.
It's too populated. We've got too much going on with our military, too many things happening, and then it just goes so many different ways. It's been a rough couple weeks.
And you can't shut the military down because that military base there is to protect the White House. Which is always under threat. I found out yesterday that we are hacked at least 1,000 times a day. There's all sorts of garbage going on, going in, going out. They're testing the system from all over the world on us. And our system, how much of it we keep out is interesting. How much of it comes through and then your phone doesn't work for a bleep second. You don't even know it.
Right.
It's a system taking over and stopping the hacks. But there's all sorts of conspiracy stuff that can come out of this, but there is
but our hearts and prayers go out to everyone, the families, the first responders, people in DC. It goes on and on. It's been a rough couple weeks of change of administration, change of policies, and you just feel like you just keep getting blindsided, and you turn on the news and you get hit by the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
And all the fires in California, all that. Yeah. Just tragedy.
Well, now
everywhere.
they found out the fires
were intentionally set.
No, it's the electrical circuitry. You have electrical lines above
power
lines, and it was so hot that they fell to the ground, melted, and started the fires. Not one line, like 100 lines. So now,
all at the same time.
Yeah, it was over 120 degrees forever, and it didn't rain, and there was no watering it down. So now they have to come up with a new strategy. You're not going to put those lines back up; they all burnt to crisp.
Maybe underground.
That's you know how expensive it is to put a line underground, but they're going to have to.
Wrap this up. They're doing them all over anyway.
Ready to wrap this up?
Yeah.
We've got Hello, Your Health is Calling coming to today at 11. Align Mind Body today at 11:30. All about balance. We're going to be doing some floor work today, so check it out. All in Amp Media Productions.
Oh, Georgia, you could do some stretching.
She looks definitely dressed to do it. Deb and JoJo, thank you guys so much for joining us. Nice job, Yo Dorito on the board. You guys are doing Yo Dorito.
Yo Dorito.
Yo Dorito. Nice job. A lot of great stuff happening. So again, our hearts and prayers go out to everybody. Give us a call. Let us know what's happening, and we will see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.